Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Um, we're gonna get a little serious here. We're gonna talk about the state of this game right here, the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, yeah, so the state of this game, in my opinion, okay. I think the game has gotten a little bit better in this past month with the 4th anniversary. The 4th anniversary kind of helped a little bit, but overall, this game has many, as many may know, has been definitely going downhill. And there's been a huge lack of uploads on my channel. A lot of that is just because of personal stuff, work, that kind of thing. But another thing is like the drive to make Grand Cross content. I'm moving my more Grand Cross related stuff from the main channel to the Grand Cross channel, because I wanted to do all these different kinds of experiments and stuff with the channels and the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. But anyways, there has definitely been an element of the lack of drive in this game to make content, mostly because of the lack of drive to play the game in general. Now, I'm a day one player. I've been playing this game since day one of global dropping. I've played this game heavily since the release of global, and for the most part, I loved it. Like, I have so many good, fond memories of this game. And it's really hard to drop that. When you put so much time and effort into something, you can't just drop it, And I definitely don't. I want to keep playing this game, and I want to keep uploading videos. I'm going to try. I'm going to definitely try. But PvP has been the same thing since day one. And I'm not saying that they need to change it. They need to add something. Because the PvP system, even though a lot of people complain about it, it's not the worst. It definitely has, its place, but they need to add something a little bit more engaging. They keep trying to add content that is like heavily limited. You have to complete it by, X amount of time. You need resources to do X thing. Everything's resource driven because resource means time and effort, and time and effort means drive to spend. But if you look at that new content, it's not even here anymore. There was that new thing, it's kind of like Guild Wars, but it's not. But, the thing you got the materials to LR your units for. That content. I was kind of excited for it because I wanted something where you go in with team building. But they kind of ruined it. Like, it's not that bad, but they kind of ruined it. And I'm not talking about the difficulty level because that's a whole nother topic, but what I mean by they ruined it is, it's not necessarily you going in to have fun by building your teams and going up against other teams. No. It's 100% resource-driven, time-driven, time-limited, that kind of thing. You play it once a week for 4 weeks, and then that season ends, and then you wait for the next season. I hate that kind of shit. Give me something I can just do, okay? Because everything, literally every single thing in this game is either centered around being an Omega Whale or centered around heavy grind, time limited, that kind of stuff. PvP. Okay, let's go talk about PvP real quick. So we have the 3 different PvP game modes. You have your ungeared, your geared, and brawl. Geared PvP, I just don't do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I barely touch the shit. Every now and then, rarely I'll go in and I'll do stuff here. But why do I have the bond team set up? I think I was showing somebody. I'm helping out a bunch of beginner players do stuff, and I was showing them something. But yeah, ungeared PvP is what I mostly play. Even though I've been slacking a little bit, I did manage to get to Champ 1 recently. Oh yeah, ignore the toxic team. That was for a showcase. You'll see later. But like, I don't know. PvP has become, if you don't have this unit, you're kind of screwed. If you don't have the highest CC, you're kind of screwed. Like, I don't know. Hopefully that changes a little bit, but for the most part, that's kind of how it be, and it's been like that for a while. So you know, everybody knows the gripes about that. Brawl, the update to the shop was nice. Brawl is interesting because like you build your teams, but like everything is so specific. Like, oh hey, I have a reward. Everything is so specific to like how you set your stuff up. I've recently been messing around with my Brawl teams. I don't know if I'm going to keep it this way. I might switch it up. I don't know. But like, you have to have everything set up in such a way to climb this shit. And it just doesn't feel like, I don't know, it just feels grindy. Everything in this game just feels too grindy. It's not like you're not playing the game, you're grinding the game. And I know that it's a gacha game, and gacha games are going to be like that. But like demons, okay, you go through, you run your demons, you know, if you want to be as efficient as possible, try to grind it every single day. Do you know how long doing your demons take? And you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. The original 3 demons, the red demon, the gray demon, and the Howlix demon, you know, if you go in, you can, you know, try to mess around with different team comps to try to have fun with that, to try to make fun out of something. But like, how many people do you know are grinding those mats? And then like, those demons are so easy at this point that it just doesn't feel fun trying to test out new teams. But at least you had the option to try to test out new teams. And I know that in the recent dev notes, they did say that they were going to create a new version of them or whatever. But like, if we look at the progression of how their bosses ended up being with Belmoth and the OG demon, you need very specific team comps to run that. Everything is so specifically tightly knit, weaving, like, you gotta have these units and these kind of resources, you gotta do X to perform X action, and then like, it's not even that fun. Because with Belmoth, well, more specifically Belmoth, you have to use, there's like 2 to 3 teams you can use. You don't really get to try to have fun to test out new teams, just because like, the way the demon runs, it's so specific. Same, and well, I was gonna say same thing with the OG demon, but I've been running Eris, Rudius, and Kizuna, and that's been pretty fun. I like that. I like that, you know, OG demon has expanded to multiple different types of team comps you can run, but most people aren't trying to do that. Most people just want to get the shit over with, so they try to run things as efficiently as possible. And again, it's very grindy and time consuming. It's just, there's just no fun in it. Sucks the fun out of it. Labyrinth. When you first start getting the Labyrinth, some people, you know, it's easy, they knock it out. And some people struggle heavy. Because everything is so RNG based. You get screwed over so many times. It took me like 2 to 3 hours to clear it the first time around on this one, but I know somebody that took 8 hours to clear it, and then I know somebody that's been doing it for 2 days and still have not managed to clear it. And there's resources you gotta farm through it, and it's so time consuming that and I don't even get to use my units. I have to use their units. Like, everything's so RNG based. It's just not fun. It's not my kind of thing. I hate it. Final boss is so stale. It's just release the same thing back to back. Oh, we released a new difficulty. Cool. And it's limited. They release it like once every 3 months or some shit like that. None of this content is just worth playing. You just grind it for the resources, and then it's done. You wait till the next time Netmarble wants to you know, give you your allowance, basically. And that's just so demotivating, you know. Oh, I need to do training card auto. Like, look at this. Like, I have to do this, like, things that I just log in the game. I'm like, oh, really? I gotta do this shit now? I gotta do this for the day. Demonic Beast. Bird is easy at this point. I can clear Bird like it's nothing. It's just like, going through and doing this stuff, these two things are easy. My lack of motivation keeps me from doing it and farming it. Because it's time consuming and it's not something that, you know, if they made it more dynamic, like it changed up more, not necessarily like in a difficulty kind of way, because, you know, there's different passives that they do have that's RNG based, but, you know, some passives screw you over, some passives are just kind of eh. I mean, I'm talking about like you go in and like, let's say they made a game mode where there's like a bunch of different randomized possibility of bosses that you could get that do certain things, okay, where you can go through and, you know, just play it, clear through it, try different teams out to do things, where it's kind of like this, but like don't make it too difficult. Make it to where like it makes you at least put some kind of team comp together, so that you're not just randomly, you know, oh, let me just use 3 random units that don't do anything together and clear it. Like, make it kind of difficult, but not difficult to where people struggle and get mad and spend 8 hours to trying to clear one thing. You know, make content that actually like feels actually worth playing, that's not just gonna get stale after a couple of days. And then these things are so difficult that like I just don't even feel like bothering trying. I've done this one, like I've tried this one like 3 times, and I've done the serpent once. I've literally only tried this once because it just doesn't feel worth it to me. And maybe if my drive for the game increases, maybe I'll do it more. The dev notes said that they're going to include a brand new kind of PvP. I hope that that plays out well, because Netmarble has a track record of things not playing out well, things being underwhelming, or things screwing over the player base. And I hope that changes. I hope this game changes, because there is definitely still a lot of potential. The game is not dead. The game is still going. What made this game great to begin with, there is still some of that there. Netmarble needs to realize that if they take that and grow that aspect of the game and focus on that instead of focusing on all these limited do once a week kind of things to try to milk the player base out of their money. Like, I get it, it's a gacha game, that you got to do that to keep the game alive, but your game's going to be alive, and you're going to have more people playing it, which means you're going to have more income. I don't know. I felt like I really needed to talk about this, and I put it off for a little while, so this video's not going to go as well as I had wanted it to, but there's a lot of things that they can do that will make this game so much better. Even if they just, like, in the friendly match, gave us the option to run, you know, multiple copies of characters, so, like, have a full Meliodas team. Do you know how much fun people could have with that? I would have a blast with that. And there's, like, give us a multiplayer experience, like, things that we can do with other people that's not demons. So, like, give us a PvP mode where you and a friend can fight against 2 other people. Or you can go in and fight with a rando on your team fighting other people. You know, give us something like that. That would be cool. That'd be interesting. Give us something that we can just play. Like, it's not limited. We don't have to, you know, once we clear it, it's done for the day or done for the week. Something we can just go in. Doesn't require a lot of stamina. You just play it. You know, it doesn't even have to give us good rewards. Just something to just do. Something to keep us busy when we're not, you know, like, let's say we finish up our dailies and stuff and we still want to play the game. Something to keep our attention on the game. Something to keep us interested. And something that, like, if we don't play it, we're going to, like... Another thing is, they make content that if you don't play it, you miss out on so much and you get screwed over. But, like, the content that they're releasing, I don't want to play. It just isn't fun. It's not engaging. It's just dreadful and grindy. And I don't want to do it. But if I don't do it, then I fall behind. Give us something that if we don't do it, we're not going to fall behind. We're not going to get screwed over. And it's just something to do. That's all I want. Because the whole point of me playing this game, the reason I keep playing, the reason I like this game, is because of this. I'm collecting these. That's what I'm doing. If you look at my title, it says Master Collector. It's been that way basically since the beginning of the game, since I got it. because that's what I like doing. I like collecting the characters that I like. And I want to use the characters. I don't want them to just sit there. Do you know how many units in this box that I enjoy just sit here? When's the last time I used Blue Easton? This is one of my favorite characters in the game. I fucking love this character. Not only is she waifu, but I like her kit. I haven't touched her in so long. And it's depressing. Like, I put all this work and effort into a lot of these characters, like Green Escanor. Put so much effort and time into this, and they just sit there. Because, oh, you gotta have the new unit. It's the new characters that come out. Old characters get screwed over. I mean, yeah, they released LR, and that completely transformed Lost Vein. This is a good thing. I think this is good. It's accessible to players, even though, you know, the higher tier players got it first, but it's still accessible. And it made him usable. I've been seeing him everywhere. It's great. That was a good thing. Now they need to do it for everybody else. They're going to take forever to do it, apparently. But, like, come on, at least once a week, just drop, like, an old character as LR. Like, make Easton LR, make Death Pierce LR, you know, give some of these old units some love. Come on, man. I don't know. That's my thoughts. I'm not going to drag this video any longer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a wonderful day.